Isolation is one of the most common, popular abuse tactics for the narcissist. And it's the one that tends to sort of linger the most after you remove yourself physically from the narcissist. Let's look at what they do, how it affects you, and what you can do to counteract it. Regardless if you're in a romantic relationship with a narcissist or if it is a parent or someone really close to you, if you have an intimate, close relationship with a narcissist, they isolate you. And that can take its form as in they try to lessen the contact you have with the outside world, making abuse much easier and the control of you much easier. So that can look like this. If you have friends that you want to see and go out with, they can subtly hint at things that they do not actually like them, that you've heard that they talk behind your back, creating doubt in you. They can also, either directly or from other people, as in flying monkeys, install doubt in your friends that you're unstable, that you're on medication, or that you're depressed, alcoholic, and that you're trying to hide it, and they care about you and they want to help you. It can be that they said, are you going to abandon me? Are you going to leave me? I thought we were going to have this beautiful weekend together. I planned for that. I even have a surprise for you. How can you do this to me? When it comes to work and work colleagues, they do similar things. They can even be so cunning as they will go into your calendar, remove important appointments, remove emails, so that you appear like a person that is completely responsible and that you risk being fired or seriously being put in doubt. When it comes to your hobbies, your interests, your passions, they will either ridicule them or try to make it out that you are being selfish, you don't care about them, you're supposed to do things together, or just really hint on that it's not good for you. Hint on that the people that are running this course or event or this group are actually against you. They're trying to create this paranoia within you and doubt in other people about you, so that you will start to lessen your contact with the outside world. And with time, you're left without friends, maybe even with family that sort of doubt you or that you have isolated yourself from. You might even be without work. And that also means you have no support network. You don't have an income, and you're completely a victim of the narcissist that controls your life at 360 degrees. But it doesn't just stop there. It tends to continue after you remove yourself from them. Many narcissists, they don't accept the fact that you're out of their control, as in if you have left or they discarded you. They like to have you under their spell. They feel powerful then. They feel superior, special, and they're in control. It's both that they like that feeling of controlling you or getting revenge if you left them. But it's also a way of they controlling the narrative, so making sure that you're not going to talk about what they're like, that you're not going to be successful and thrive without them, that you're going to be small, weak, broke, pitiful. So when you get out of this relationship and you start working on healing a bit, you start trying to make some friends, they might be there. For instance, if they notice that you have new friends on social media, they might send them certain links. They might befriend them as well and spread rumors about you to make it hard. If you have children together, they are likely to use them against you, to control you, to keep you a victim of their control. So what they might do is that if they are aware of you having an important job meeting, if you're going to have a talk, if you're going to have a beautiful date with a new partner, they are likely to drop the children off at your home. Even if it's their week, leave them there so that you will have to choose between the children and your work, your partner, your hobby, that which is really important to you. And they will turn the children against you as well, so that you feel isolated, that the children are completely buying into the narrative of the narcissist. It's not always like that, but often. Some narcissists will completely abandon you. They will disregard you and pretend you didn't even exist. And sometimes they will leave the children as well, without no interest in maintaining a relationship with their children. But often they get into this so-called revenge mode. This isolation can continue even when you're out of the relationship. Even if the narcissist leaves you alone, it tends to linger. The self-doubt. Maybe you are unworthy. Maybe you are exactly what the narcissist told you that you were. That you're faulty, that you are irresponsible, that you are chaotic, that you're destructive, that you are weak, that you're selfish, that you're no good, that you will never make it, that all these qualities that the narcissists themselves have, they project onto you, and you internalize them, especially if you've been with a narcissist over a long period of time. You tend to integrate it into your belief about who you are as a person and your value. Low self-esteem, low self-worth, doubting yourself, your experience, your thoughts, your decisions. It's extremely common after narcissistic abuse. And it's common that you isolate yourself, that you continue to isolate yourself because you don't feel worthy. You feel that also the people don't get it. And it's true. People that have not experienced narcissistic abuse, they won't get it. You even risk being re-traumatized when the victim blame you because they don't get it. Not because they are mean or want to hurt you intentionally, but because they don't get it, and it's sort of an auto-protective mechanism, victim blaming, because it separates them from what happened to you, thinking internally that they are going to be safe because they would have done something differently. They would have realized something that you haven't. It's important in your recovery, in your healing process, that you do not isolate yourself, that you do in fact connect with like-minded people, as in people that get it, that have been through narcissistic abuse, that understand you, what you're going through, but also that know how to heal and move forward beyond that abuse, beyond the traps, the chains, the puppet strings that the narcissist has made you believe are still there. So you have internalized the abuse, and if you do not actively work on healing it, as in holistic healing with support, showing up for yourself over time, you are going to be trapped in this cycle of abuse even when the narcissist is not present. It's like the elephant that has all its life been tied up, have not been able to escape. The huge elephant can be tied to a tiny plastic chair and they still think that they are powerless, that they cannot break free. So it's the same with you. If you haven't actively worked on healing from the narcissistic abuse, you are still under their spell. It's very likely that you still keep isolating yourself, that you are vigilant, that you're scared of new people, of not being understood, of being victim blamed, of being ostracized, of being pushed away yet again, and you can't bear that. In our community, we understand you. Most of us have been through narcissistic abuse or psychopathic abuse, sociopathic, Machiavellian, you name it, in one way or another. there's a huge understanding for what you have been through, what you're going through, and how to move forward. You're encouraged to be authentic, to express yourself, your needs, what you want. Here we encourage you to ask for help, to ask for support in this safe environment. We have live weekly meetings. You can contact me directly, you can contact other members directly. You can join our programs, our courses, our exercises, meditations, books, workbooks. There's a huge library of this, all included in a full access membership, less than $1 a day. You are worth it. Don't waste any more time being trapped under the spell of the narcissist. Please. You deserve so much better. You are more beautiful, more powerful than you can possibly imagine. Don't let them have the effect that you will spend the rest of your life not knowing your light, your power, your strength, your abilities, your real passion, your real authentic, strong expression. And don't rob the world of your light, of your passion and your purpose. We want to see you. We want to see all of you. Your authentic, healed, natural self. That's who we want. Thank you for watching, and thank you for supporting this channel and the work that we do here. It's very important because trauma, living with unhealed trauma, has become the most destructive force in the world. And by you healing, you're helping the world heal as well. Because we are not isolated islands. Everything that we do has a ripple effect on everyone, everything around us. And for every person that realize who they are, heal their traumas and start to live from that authentic, natural expression, has a huge impact on the world, on humanity.